Welcome back to Bazaar. I'm Inko, and it's time to talk about the monetization changes that came with the official launch of the game. As a quick recap, I'm not going to go into any great detail. When open beta launched, there was a big controversy around the monetization. It was at a fundamental level pay to win, and there was a lot of things mismanaged involving the way that we were told about it, involving both transparency and contradictions of previous statements, and the community was outraged. For like a solid week, that's all the Reddit was about, was how mad everyone was. Very large content creators were threatening to quit the game if things were not changed, and I for one believe all in good reason. Evidently the devs do too, because they completely reworked the monetization system, and this one's much, much better. I'll get the long story short out of the way up front, give you the summary. It's not really pay to win anymore. There's some small abuse case where it can be a little bit pay to win, and I don't like that, but how pay to win it is has been vastly reduced. Now, let's get into the system and start talking about how it works, starting with expansions. One of the issues with the previous system is that you could toggle expansions on and off, creating a weird mini game within the game where you had to decide, does a specific expansion increase your win rate or not? And as time went on, it became progressively more unwieldy and strange, create very uneven playing fields in this drafting game where you're drafting from fundamentally different pools, and that's no longer an option. They're always on. And you might ask, wait, how can they always be on? I don't have them. Well, that's the thing. You do have them now. After a previous season ends, including the open beta we just went through, all players are automatically granted all of the previous expansions, meaning that this is just a functional thing now. Every time an expansion comes out, it permanently changes the game. You cannot turn it off, and you will eventually get it. You just might have to wait a while during the first month to get to it. Now, there are two new expansions, the Dualtron expansion for Dooley and the Gang expansion for Vanessa at tiers 15 and 30 of the new prize pass, and you can skip forward in the prize pass. We'll cover that more in a second because the prize pass has its own section down here. There's also a new tempo store where there are daily cosmetics being sold for gems, and the daily ranked ticket is back. Obviously, that means there are a few less tickets in the prize pass. I'll give you the calculation in a bit, but the ranked ticket being a free thing is very important for end user experience. There are a ton of players that would play normal so they could play ranked after they got their prize pass progress. These players will now get to do some portion of their quest in ranked, massively reducing what they feel is a pointless grind. Additionally, at the end of the month, free players have gotten all their ranked tickets already. So they wouldn't want to go play in ranked because they wouldn't have any tickets left. They completed the prize pass. They'd only have gems, and they would need to save those to unlock things, like Mac, who just released. So now the daily ranked tickets being free every day means those new players can still play in ranked the whole month. There's not this thing where they run out of tickets towards the end of the month that happened last patch. Moving on to the prize pass itself. First of all, anyone who bought the paid prize pass gets everything, period. That doesn't exist anymore. Anyone who bought the old one, even if you failed to complete it, you get everything that was on it. Now the prize pass is a single free track with 60 base tiers. I believe subscription gives you the extra tiers. I already have subscription from last month. I don't know where my bonus tiers upon completion come from. I just know that they're there. But the operative word here is free. That's the important part of that sentence. Now free players get access to the same new card packs that paying players do. And the question is just, what's the difference in rates? That remains to be seen. Now the way it works is every single level you either get a ticket or a chest with gaps at the 15 level multiples where you get the expansion packs at 15 and 30 and unique cosmetics at 45 and 60. In the previous system, the amount of XP you needed was fully obfuscated from you. Now it's just 500 XP at every level. I don't know at what level this intersects with the old system. I don't know, is it like at level 25? Is it like level 32? I have no idea where it is, but I am sure that at some point before level 60, those will intersect and you'll start progressing faster in the new system, the old system. Additionally, maybe more importantly, there's not the thing that tricks new players into thinking they're going to make a ton of progress and then it steadily gets to be nothing and nothing and less because they're going from 100 AXP for the first level to 1,000 for the last level with very, very grindy escalation. That's going to feel a lot better for end users. It's going to feel a lot less dishonest. And also now just like a weekly quest is a level, period, end of story. It has a very direct translation value, which I like. The only thing I dislike in this system at all is this line here. Tier skips are no longer available for gems and instead cost $9.99 for 15 tiers. So if you want to skip to this expansion pack, you can't do it with gems. You have to spend $30. And you can't do the thing you did in the previous system where like you could do 2 batches of weekly quest after like 6 days of the patch, and then you could spend the rest in gems to get to where you needed to be. Now it's just you always skip 15 tiers and it's always $10. So 1, like the way it's monetized is worse. 2, you can't use gems, you have to use real money. And 3, the important thing is that there's no way for a free player to replicate this. It seems like the math is not that bad, but the major issue for me is like, if the packs are broken, this just is a pay to win thing, right? I would like to see this changed. But in the previous system, I just sort of gestured at everything, wildly flailed my arms, like, it all needs to go. And frankly, all the changes I've talked about so far are like the ways I would want to change this. I didn't mention it when I talked about it, but it said here, rewards alternate between tickets and chest. That is a good change. Previously, when you got a ticket reward as a player who was trying to save up gems, that could actually be worse than a chest reward for new players. Now it's possible for a new player to actually unlock things without playing in ranked because some of the rewards are actually just a gem value, which is very, very good, especially for their first hero, right? Like they can get to 500 gems just from the chest rewards eventually, whereas previously they would have to go get stomped in ranked a lot to figure out how to play the game and eventually unlock shit. So even like the ticket chest alternation, I think is a good thing. Obviously it's bad for someone like me who's really good at the game and stockpiling huge amounts of gems, but fuck me, I'm a massive minority. I don't matter. This system shouldn't be designed for me. And the fact that you're getting chest here is really important for new players. Like every change they've done is really, really good. This is the one thing that is bad, and I can be like, all right, it doesn't look like it's that bad. And additionally, certainly in the current pass, it doesn't look bad. Like, I don't think Dualtron's so busted that people are gonna be dropping $20 and steamrolling the ladder. I think they'll just have like similar, if different, dually power level, to be honest. So, I don't know. Like, currently, it's a very minor amount of pay to win, if it is pay to win. And if they'll make this much changes in like 1 month, if there's an outcry about this, if this is a problem, I can trust they'll change it. This inspires a huge amount of customer confidence in me. And these XP changes are just to announce to anyone reading the patch notes this had already happened in the previous month. And that's it for how it actually has changed. Let's show it off in game, right? This is the new prize pass. It has the big skip 15 tiers for, what is it, $10? Terrible rate of money, not doing that. But you get the seasonal chest and the ranked voucher alternating just like they said. Every 15 levels you get a prize. This time it's dually. At 30, it's going to be the Vanessa's, the gang. At 45, you get a kind of mid rug, to be honest with you, but all the rugs are mid so far. And then at 60, you get the best pig skin. I love this thing to bits. I asked my Discord, like, how can you call him Ring King if he doesn't have a belt? And they pointed out to me, he's using it as his cloak clasp. He's just huge, right? Like, that's the joke. He's too big for a belt to be a belt. I love this skin. This is a fantastic thing to give people for finishing the prize pass. It actually feels good. And provided that you can just like get to 30 in a remotely timely fashion. If the numbers math out that free-to-play players get the gang before week 4, great system. I don't like this button. This feels very pay to win. I hope almost no one clicks it because then they'll have no incentive to actually keep it like that and they'll have an incentive to change the system. Now, transitioning to other topics, the Bazaar button that's been here now actually does something. It opens the daily shop. I feel like there should be some advertising for that, but it's just a way to spend gems most people don't have, so it's not the biggest deal. And you have weekly specials coming soon. I guess it's not ready yet, don't know. And there are daily things where there's only so many of them that will sell out. And that to me sounds unsustainable, like there are only 20,000 of these. How many skins are coming through the system, right? It feels unsustainable. Because like I can click info and see this is a little bit wrong. This is not the prior week. This is not the current week, but whatever. This sold, oh, it became prior week as soon as it sold out. I'm going to that. But yeah, this stuff seems like it sells out very quickly, and I have to wonder, like, how many skins do you have to have in the pipeline for this to be sustainable? I'm a little bit worried about that. But at the same time, this is cosmetics for money. Or for me, it's cosmetics for the great big pile of gems I'm never going to be able to use. So I'm very happy with that. I don't know that I'll be spending $25 on a pig skin. That sounds like it's a little bit outside of my disposable income budget for things that don't matter a lot. But, like, yeah, this is a better way to monetize the game. And if the skins were either way sicker or slightly cheaper, I'd be happy to buy them, but I know other people will buy it at this price bracket anyway, so that's really on Tempo to analyze and figure out how things should be priced. And subscriptions are still in the game for double ranked mode chest, double prize pass XP, and the Foundation Codex card back this month. It varies from month to month. Sometimes it's multiple things. This time it's just one thing, it appears. The one sticking point for this entire video where I can't just say 10 out of 10 perfect changes. I've got to go with like 9 out of 10, a little bit worried about this one thing, is rank 30 to get the second card pack with a spend real world money only to skip tiers button. And then on top of that, you have subscription versus free to play. How much time does it take? And I don't know what the numbers need to be at for me to be happy with it. I'm worried about this, but with the amount of overhaul Tempo has done in this patch alone, I'm willing to trust that if this is going to take like a free to play player the entire month to get to this, then next month they're going to tweak the numbers again. Like they already tweaked the numbers massively in this last month. Removed the one major worst possible thing where it was premium pass only to get this stuff. There are problems in the current system, but it is a vast, vast improvement. And then, like, hypothetically, gun to my head, no nuanced answers, is the game pay to win? Yes or no? I'm gonna say no. And then, like, admittedly, some percentage of gunmen would think I got the question wrong and shoot me, but I think this system is not predatory in the way the last one was. It's not strictly pay to win the way the last one was. This is a massive step in the right direction, and I'm very glad to see it.